Hello. Today we're going to be taking a look at the United States' involvement in World War II, specifically by looking at the war in the Pacific. Our learning objectives are to discuss the strategy of the United States and the major battles of the war in the Pacific. The attack on Pearl Harbor did significant damage to the U.S. Pacific Fleet, and it took months to overcome the attack. The Allies decided to focus their energy and resources on defeating the Axis in Europe. The Japanese won a quick string of impressive victories following Pearl Harbor. The Japanese drove American forces from Wake Island in Guam. They captured the British stronghold at Hong Kong. They took control of the Dutch East Indies, which are known as Indonesia today, and they took British Borneo. They damaged the Allied navies in the Battle of the Java Sea. They conquered the British and controlled Burma. The Japanese soldiers were highly skilled and well trained. The Japanese military had excellent equipment. Now we look at the Philippines. Japan invaded the American-controlled islands of the Philippines in December of 1941, the same year that they had attacked Pearl Harbor. General Douglas MacArthur led the defense of the islands. MacArthur's troops were no match for the Japanese, and he retreated to the Bataan Peninsula. Although he called for reinforcements, war planners decided sending ships was too risky. In April of 1942, the 10,000 Americans and 60,000 Filipino troops on Bataan surrendered. Thousands of these captured soldiers died when the Japanese forced them to march through the steaming forest of Bataan. This became known as the Bataan Death March. Now, this is one of the many atrocities committed by the Japanese during World War II. And oftentimes, when we look at the atrocities committed during World War II, we tend to focus on the atrocities that were committed by Nazi Germany, particularly the Holocaust, which we looked at in the last section. But Japan also committed tremendous atrocities, including the atrocities committed in China as a part of what's become known as the Nanjing Massacre, or the Rape of Nanjing, where they literally raped and murdered many civilians and cut off the heads of many people. They had a contest actually between two Japanese soldiers to see who could cut off 100 heads the first.